Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 12th of 2022, and we're getting very close to Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 5, and as well as Episode 6, which by the way is going to be the major finale for the show. A lot of fans so far have been very much, critical over everything that has been done, especially in Episode 4, between the whole story of Reva, Leia, Kenobi, Tala, etc. I mean, there's been a lot of plot holes in this actual Kenobi series at some point, at some points here and there, but overall the editing of the series needed major work, and a lot of fans are just expressing a lot of negatives about the show. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the Kenobi series is that Disney executives so far are really already pre-planning on continuing the show in several ways. They're really trying to figure out exactly how they would even begin to market the continuation of the series, because they already marketed this as a limited series. So now they're trying to figure out whether or not they want to call it a season 2, or just new parts, or just something entirely new that's going to continue that Obi-Wan Kenobi storyline. So moving forward from all of this, we already know that creators out there like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, I mean, these guys are very busy, but to them, honestly, it doesn't seem like work, right? Because these are passionate fans at the end of the day that know that they are making a difference. Honestly, guys, I will be honest with you, they did a fantastic job with The Mandalorian. With the Book of Boba Fett, of course, given that Robert Rodriguez was an executive producer, he did have quite a bit of creative power over some of those episodes, which is why I think the series really felt on and off to a lot of people. And focusing on the cameo episodes, I think that was obviously the strongest point of the Book of Boba Fett series. Everything with Luke, Din, Ahsoka, and Grogu. Now, moving forward beyond all of that, what's even all the more intriguing has everything to do with Jon Favreau. Now, with Lucasfilm already panicking right now with the latest feedback from fans over the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show, Deborah Chow and Joby Harold have been in deep conversations with Disney's executives and other Lucasfilm creatives. Now, it's described that many others associated with Lucasfilm currently want to cancel the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show, as many of the creators don't want to work on something again that is going to receive such negative feedback. Now, it's described that many of those associated with Lucasfilm that want nothing to do with the extension of the series has to do with those that are associated with Kathleen Kennedy. However, it's described that recently Jon Favreau has been pushing for a season 2 or extended episodes of the Kenobi series, and is trying to come up with an idea to remake the show into something far better than what fans recently got with the 6-part event series. Currently, both Favreau and Filoni are already attached to creating more Kenobi content, after Joby Harold has not been doing too well as a writer and not as a favored writer by the fans. Currently, John and Dave are looking for ways to retcon and reset the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series in several ways, with a continued story that is going to fix certain aspects and elements of the show. Now, Favreau and Filoni are already pre-planning and making sure to place many retcons in the new episodes of the Kenobi series by not only resetting key parts of the 6-part show, but also by adding in some superior storytelling that will include tons of more Star Wars Legends material than ever before. This plan by Favreau and Filoni to reset the Kenobi show is said to be quite extensive, and given that they are currently attached to the continuation of the series, they are also going to be hiring new talent for the new episodes of the series that are going to retcon big highlights in the Kenobi show. Now, exactly how they are going to do that remains a mystery. Now, let me just stop right here for 1 second before we move on to something more interesting about this, is that now, there is a quote-unquote Season 2 in the works. It has been greenlit by Bob Chapek, the Disney CEO, but they're fighting over whether or not they even want to call it a Season 2 at this point, let alone even calling them extra parts. They're trying to market this as a specific way for them to allow themselves to go ahead and retcon and reset many elements of the Obi-Wan Kenobi limited series. Honestly, guys, I don't know about this, because I don't know how you could really retcon something so major in the Kenobi series, such as, for example, Kenobi and Vader meeting for the first time in 10 years. Another example is, of course, where basically Reva informs that Anakin Skywalker is alive. That's another thing that I don't know if you can really retcon that. I really can't see that happening. But they are trying to find a way to retcon and reset many aspects of the Kenobi TV show. Exactly what aspects are those going to be? Like I say, that's a big mystery right now. But there are new episodes coming for the Kenobi show in some way, shape, or form, in spirit. We're not quite sure exactly how it's going to be marketed, but they are going to actually officially announce this by the end of this year. It's most likely going to be either at D23, Disney Plus Day, or maybe even around the holiday season, but later this year, regardless. Now, on top of that, what's even all the more intriguing about this entire situation is that, however, Kathleen Kennedy is described to be furious over the action by Jon and Dave, as they are attached to the new Kenobi episodes. Further, both Jon and Dave are aiming to make the new Kenobi episodes very dark and more gritty, that have, of course, and are planning on bringing back more Darth Vader, and also beloved fan-favorite characters from the past. However, resetting and retconning the Kenobi series is described to be no easy task right now over at Lucasfilm, and Jon and Dave are currently brainstorming on how they can fix the series to present a better version of the story for the fans. Now, Disney CEO Bob Chapek is described to be supportive over this action by Jon Favreau to retcon Obi-Wan and to reset the highlights of the show, and that they are planning on officially announcing new Kenobi episodes by the end of this year to make it officially known to fans. So far, Disney does not want to call it a Season 2, but a continuation of the series in a very unique way. Now, on top of all of that, we already know that Jon and Dave are already planned to actually tell more about the character Obi-Wan Kenobi, since Ewan McGregor, I don't know if you guys knew this, he signed a multi-show contract. So he's attached not just to, the extension of Kenobi, but also other Star Wars projects that take place within what I like to call the Kenobi-verse. Alright, so Jon and Dave will be also involved in that. They're going to be involved with Deborah Chow. Deborah Chow is going to be very much involved with all of the TV shows that are going to be set in that era, if that makes sense, in that point in time between episodes 3 and 4. Now, I would like to hear your take on everything, because it really does make one actually think to themselves, exactly what in the world can they really retcon or reset in this situation? Would they really go as far to retcon moments like, for example, where Obi-Wan learns that Anakin is really alive? I really can't see them doing that, because that would mean that they would have to literally make this Kenobi series no longer count in the canon. So, given that it's so recent and it just came out, I just don't see them doing something that massive. But they are finding ways. They are trying to find ways to reset and retcon many elements of the Kenobi TV series that are considered to be highlights. And what specific highlights, like I said, it's unknown right now, it's a big mystery, but I think that Jon and Dave, given that they are passionate creators and fans, they most likely, really want to get the ball rolling with actual good Star Wars material moving forward. So on top of all of this, guys, let me know what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.